I wanted to let you know that there is a process that is available for anybody who was at the PILNA Super Summit who registered for the conference offer, and the process is in the library. It's called the intake process, and in this example I'm about to show you, I've actually linked the intake process to the intake specialist position and then logged myself in as the intake specialist. If I click here, I've only got the one process linked to the intake specialist, but if you had multiple processes linked to this position, they'd all be showing up here. In this case, I wanted to highlight the intake process, and hence the reason I've only linked the one process to the intake position. Let's go ahead and click on it, and you'll see that this is the process to address inbound telephone calls, as well as web leads, requesting information on our services and expertise. This process contains work plans as well as several scripts and a custom form to gather all of the necessary information required to qualify potential new clients and then move these potential new clients forward to becoming loyal new clients. I'm just going to quickly go through these. The intake overview is to actually introduce the intake process. It gives you a flow chart. The new call comes in, it either goes to your call center or it's picked up by the receptionist or by the attorney. It's maybe transferred to the attorney. So this is just a very quick flowchart that walks them through the process, as well as some steps and some expectations. This is what we're calling the overview of the process. If I go back, I look at the intake, I actually have a step-by-step set of instructions for what's supposed to happen. The receptionist or the call center takes the call, uses the scripts to gather information, step-by-step information. Now you'll also notice that there are some pretty remarkable scripts here. We have a new caller reception script, a new caller attorney script. So if the receptionist picks up the call, what should they say? If an attorney picks up the call, what should they say? It can go into a little bit more detail. Then there are some general objections, some contract objections. So if I don't want to sign a contract, for example, it'll say, I don't want to sign a contract. Well, what can you say? What are your responses to these objections? Cultural objections, people who are concerned about giving you their information because they might be undocumented, for example. So there's some great objections with some responses. How do you handle these objections? And then finally, there's another script for what do you do when you're sending the contract and after sending the contract. Additionally, there is the intake form, which you can gather all this person's information, save it here. If you don't have one of those applications for gathering information, then it's all right here, and you can save this form with the client's name. You would just enter the PNC or the client's name here and then save it. So this process is available for you if you're interested. Just email me, reply to this, and let me make sure I plop it into your account, and then you can use it as is, or you can edit it for your specific firm.